right? Kwame Brown and a radio personality have been having, some exchanges. I believe Kwame Brown is a former NBA player, and I don't know how him and the radio personality. I don't even know how that exchange started to happen, but I know there was a lot of tension with Kwame Brown all week. He's been very opinionated, and somewhere him and this radio personality, they had words or they clashed. So Kwame Brown has brought up a situation that has been going on for a while now, I believe. And just to say, I'm going to be we're going to be so fair, you know? We're going to be very fair today because I'm going to discuss this. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to discuss this. What I'm going to be fair about is I think Kwame Brown was being a little aggressive and his energy was, I gotta be honest, maybe coming off a little hateful. I don't want to, I want to take hate out of the situation today because any radio personality that has a strong opinion is going to receive hate. And I want to remove that today because that's not what this is about. So, I'm going to play some music, but I'm also going to play some audio in a little while. And there's some audio of Jessica Reed, right? So New York City, Jessica Reed is a young lady that she had a situation and she had this radio personality arrested. And this is a while ago, but this is what Kwame has brought up. Kwame Brown has brought up this situation of this radio personality that got arrested a while back, and I believe, I want to get this right, I believe it was for willfully, unlawfully, feloniously engaging in penile and vaginal intercourse with a 15-year-old female child. I think that I don't want to say I think, that's according to, I think it's Black Sports Online, that's what he got arrested for, but he pleaded guilty to contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Okay, that's what he ended up pleading guilty to. Now, I want to keep this super neutral for a second. That's the situation, he knows the facts, and we're going to give facts. And this isn't up to me to decide today. I'm going to play some audio in a little while that I want you guys to decide on how you feel about the audio. And then I'm going to give my opinion, which is just my opinion, at the end of the audio. So, I believe Jessica Reed did an interview with Star from Star and Buck Wild, so I'm going to play that audio in a second, not right now. And then, so you gather people near this operation, because I'm going to play some audio that you've never heard before. I just want to see how you guys look at it. I want your opinion, and I'll give my opinion. So, Jessica Reed had an interview with Star from Star and Buck Wild. And I think what moved me to bring this to the forefront today, because that interview is actually old. Someone sent me audio and footage of Jessica Reed's mom, and her name is Jocelyn Sullivan. And I believe Jessica Reed is originally from Brooklyn, and she moved out to South Carolina. And I'm going to be fair because, it's important to be fair. For some reason, I'm not going to lie to you, I think the mom touched something inside of me that kind of didn't make me feel good about staying home and not talking about it. But I am going to talk about it, and I am going to play the audio. And I want to say something to New York. I consider this radio personality, he's on my side of the fence. When I say my side of the fence, it comes from where I come from, and kind of does what I do. I just felt it was
Basically, you disgust me.
felt it was something that needs to be talked about. And I didn't think it was something I just wanted to just blurt out my opinion. I'm gonna play the audio in a little while, and you guys decide. And you can let people know and situate. And I'm gonna play some audio. I'm gonna come back with the audio from Jessica Reed, and she did an interview with Star, and then I'm gonna play the audio of her mom, and then we'll take it from there. 1-800-223-9797 at Flex. I mean, Kwame Brown put a light, man, but ooh. Okay, so let's play some music and we'll get to it. Let's go. Hot 97. Oh! Shot 97, Funk Flex. So like I told you, I guess this subject has surfaced again because of Kwame Brown, who was being aggressive. And I must tell you, New York, somebody should give this guy Kwame Brown a podcast. He should dial this down a little bit because he was definitely super aggressive. And I think people were really, I think they were really going at him, but he seemed to have defended himself pretty well. So through Kwame Brown, the situation with this radio personality has surfaced to the top again. And like I told you, it's something I knew about before. I never really, or I should say, I didn't know of the mother.
You see, they post his name. You can write his name in the title, but he keeps saying his radio personality. He can't even say his name. Like, he's so protected. All these lawyers and shit. You say anything bad about him, that's crazy how protected this motherfucker is.
His statement in audio and video. But what I'm going to play for you, and like I told you, we're keeping open minds here. I'll play the audio, and then we'll see, we'll give our opinions. So, first, this is, let me make sure I got this right. This is Jessica Reed when she was being interviewed by Star from Star and Buckle. Okay.
Listen, I don't want that man's money.
Okay, sorry, I started wrong. Let me start from the top. Okay, let's go.
Listen, I don't want that man's money. I don't want nothing from him. I just want people to know who he really is. He's a liar. I have been dealing with this for over 15 years. My life has never been the same since that night. My relationships with my family and my friends have suffered because of it. Mentally, I suffer. Emotionally, I suffer. So I don't want nothing from him. I don't want to speak to him, and I don't want to seem angry, but there is still a part of me that's upset because he took something from me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even like him like that. And when I first met him, he expressed that he liked me in that way. But I told him, no, we could just be friends, and that was that. Those were not the dynamics of our relationship. We were just friends. And I trusted him. And when I got there, I felt a little uneasy because there was just so many people there that I didn't know. It was really more guys than girls. It was me, Malika, and maybe...
He made Malika a drink? Did he make a drink for you as well?
He made both of us a drink, yes. So I put my drink down. About maybe 10, 15 minutes after trying to help her and clean her up, I got up because I just wasn't feeling right. My head was just dizzy, and I just felt funny. I could see and I could hear, but I just didn't feel like myself.
Right.
So I got up, and when I got up, it's like I collapsed to the floor. Like I couldn't really move my legs or anything. It was weird.
Okay.
So
Okay, so to complete with regards to this case, and it's behind him, you spoke about being on top of you. Is that your official statement that was on top of you, penetrating you?
Yes.
The girl said they bleeped it out. Charlamagne was on top of her. I remember hearing this. They keep trying to take the videos down. That's why I'm doing my reaction reposting it, because this needs to be out. The girl just said they bleeped it out. She said it was Charlamagne on top of her. She also just said that he told her he was interested in her at first like that, and she didn't want him like that, which explains the reason why he would have to put some shit in her drink. That's some crazy shit. She might get some other part. I'm forgetting.
So, that was Jessica Reed and being interviewed by Star. And, you know.
Oh, I know the other part. Let's talk about believability. The other part is her first thing she just said was, I don't want no money from you. I just want people to know about who the fuck you is. When people get rich and famous, the first thing people do is come up with fake stories or stories that's not fake, but they know could be believed by perception or whatever. So it's like, pay me hush money, and it's about money. For her. When people say the first thing they say is, I don't want no money from him, she could sue him for pain and suffering. All that shit she said she still gotta go through, that's called pain and suffering. Like, that's money. She don't want that. She just says she don't want that. Like, that's called believability traits. When you hear shit like that, that's when you know shit is believable. So, you know what I mean? Hit that share this with people, like, subscribe, let everybody know Mr. Breaks Shit Down, let everybody know who they need to come listen to. I'm gonna keep it coming.
That part I knew and heard, and I think the mom's testimony maybe felt maybe it was a reason to bring it to light, and I'm going to play that. I'm going to play the mom's testimony. I don't want those are wrong words. I'm going to play what her mom feels about the situation. I don't want to lead people in any type of a wrong direction. I'm going to play, her mother's name is Jocelyn Sullivan, and this is what her mom had to say.
My name is Jocelyn Sullivan, and I am the mother of Jessica Nicole Reed. We're out here in Mounts Corner, just left the Berkeley County Sheriff's Department, speaking with detectives. The case of my daughter, Jessica Reed. I have regrets, in which I am very sorry about, because when my daughter was drugged and raped, I wanted to do nothing but protect her. I didn't want her to suffer anymore. I didn't want her to feel that pain anymore. And so I did not let her testify. And because of that, today we are finding out that Mr. is going to get away with what he did to my daughter, Jessica, and this family. For all these years, we've been suffering.
But listen to that, y'all. Who is that set up for? Who does rape people? And like, who got the power to like shift and control laws? Because think about every other crime. Like, for instance, most crimes that niggas do, ain't no getting out that shit. They get the highest penalties, and that's that. They get no jurisdiction, no, like, I mean, not jurisdiction, but the, when the time go by, when it's too long, that word, yeah, You don't get none of that shit.
Going through pain and anguish over his decisions. Molest my daughter, rape her. And now she has to deal with this and we have to deal with this. And I'm so sorry that I didn't take the initiative then to persecute him for what he did to my daughter. I'm sorry. He came to our home and he acted as if he was going to be a friend to us. He came to us and said, "Don't worry, nothing's going to happen to her. And I'll make sure that she'll be safe." He eluded us to believe and trust in him. And then he turns around and violates my daughter by raping and...
Now, ladies out there, I hear her, Like, it sounds like he became our friend and this and that, but the age difference still remains. If your daughter 15, 16, this nigga in his fucking 20s, grown as hell, what friend can he be to her? What in common do we have with her? Like, don't nothing cross your mind? Like, maybe he ain't right or he ain't for the right thing. Sometimes you gotta trust that good instinct. There's always signs for everything. Now, come on now. I'm not talking about her. I feel sorry for her. She deserves her justice and all of that. But it's like, what I was saying earlier, like the time limit, I meant statute of limitation. I don't know why I said jurisdiction. I got a little sense. Statute of limitation is the time thing. So now that so much time go by, oh, we can't go back. But if it comes to any other crime, they could go back. So why you can't go back when it comes to rape? Don't we want rapists off the street? That's crazy. Women, y'all got to be more like, they don't sound right if some grown-ass man, I just want to be, I'm going to get cool with you. That was the underplay for the overlay. Because if he want to just try to manipulate her and just planned on something bad happening, then maybe he wouldn't have brought himself to you, or he could have been part of the setup. You never know. Because it's like maybe he thought we could just pill her up, rape her up, and nothing happened. She might like it, like his wife, and end up sticking with him. But we don't know. So it's crazy, all the speculation, but just don't put yourself in them situations. You see a motherfucking weirdo, grown-ass motherfucker come and talk about some, let me be friends with your teenage daughter and I'm a fucking grown-up. That's a flag. That's a sign. Ask him, what's your interest? And read through that shit and tear his ass up. Because nobody gonna really tell you, oh, I want to drug her up and have my boys run a train on her. And we all try to get her and her girls drugged up and raped because she don't want to give it up willingly. Like, he not gonna say that. Nobody gonna tell you I'm gonna kidnap you. I'm gonna have bad intentions. Nobody tell you that.
And then he gets away with it. When I made the decision not for my daughter to testify, I was focused on her well-being, and I wanted the best for her. I didn't want to put her in a stand to relive all of that pain and suffering. And now, 17 years later, because he continues to make mockery about it, joke and laugh about it, like it doesn't even matter to him, or he has no regrets or anything. Then he tries to cover it up with his money and his high-class attorneys. And now, he's not going to be punished for it. Justice is not fair.
No, justice
And
ain't
we
fair.
will not stop fighting. We will fight for justice
We learned
and
that.
closure for my daughter.
Unfortunately, life ain't fair, sweetie. Justice ain't fair. We learned that. If you're a black man, you learned that early in life. So, with that being said, what is fair is karma. Meaning, we don't know how his karma gonna come, but it's gonna come.
Jessica in this family, according to the detectives, because he negotiated a plea deal, he cannot be prosecuted for the rape charge. So what they did was just dismiss it. They didn't even prosecute the rape charge because my daughter wasn't there. And so they let him plead. DNA did not clear him innocent. DNA has nothing to do with it at all. He's guilty no matter what anyone says. 17 years later, she's still suffering from it. We're still suffering with her from it. And justice needs to be served regardless.
Y'all know
He
what?
deserves to be punished for what he did.
I've been to court. I know people been to court. I know people locked up. Check this out. She right. See how the truth stand on itself? Imagine if DNA would have proved him innocent. Won't you have some fucking paperwork saying that? And imagine if you was accused of rape and you had paperwork saying that. You would have chose that so fast. Like, come on now. She right. Just think about it.
So, So prior to this New York, I played Jessica Reed's interview with Star, and that was what we just played was Jessica Reed's mom, Jocelyn Sullivan. Now you can watch all the things online, or and come to your own conclusion. So New York City, I'm going to take time right now and give my opinion. And listening to that mother's vocal and audio, you, Mr. Radio Personality, I don't believe you.
Facts.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you didn't know anyone. I don't believe you. What I am going to say
Looking
is,
like Adam 22, Charlotte.
New York, Jersey, Connecticut, I wouldn't condemn somebody. A situation can happen. Something can happen. Things happen. And I'm not just saying things happen loosely and generically. I'm just saying maybe a mistake was made early on in life. And I get it. Like, now I don't like it. I don't understand it. Right? So this situation happens. It's a bigger charge. You put it out to a lesser case. You're young. I get it. The part I'm going to share with you, New York, because I'm going to tell you something. I really don't need to say your name, because I'm going to tell you why. I don't care if everyone knows. I want you to know.
Oh.
Where this goes left is you continuously, let me take this, turn the music down. This goes left because you continuously stand on that podcast and stand every time you get to try to normalize. You try to normalize it every chance that you get,
Facts.
that it's okay to put
A pill.
pills in a woman's drink. You talk about it all the
Like it's
time,
just so
that it's
normal.
okay, or it
Like, give it to
happens,
your
or
wife.
because you're young, to put drugs in a woman's drink and have sex with her while she's incoherent. You
Right.
talk about it all the time. That's what makes you a nasty creep.
Predator.
Not because of the situation you had, because I'm going to tell you something. I wasn't there, and I don't know what happened. But every chance you get, New York, this guy stood on a podcast, and he talked about spring break and meeting a young lady,
Mm-hmm.
putting something in her drink, and then having sex with her when she was incoherent, laughing about it. And that's bruh, nobody wants you to get fired or to lose your situation. Nobody's
do.
like, man,
Maybe they do. Other people
the
deserve
fact
that spot.
that you try to normalize that that's okay, that's good, like it's things that men do. That's not what men do. That's what you do. You
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the most terrible thing about you, bruh. Because I watch you on that podcast. And you sit next to a guy. That guy you sit next to on your podcast doesn't care about our culture. He doesn't care about your culture.
Mm.
But you sit there and you laugh with him about raping women.
Mm.
You think it's funny.
And y'all support this one.
You know what else is funny, my brother? Because I'm staying on my stone today of where I'm at. And I'm going to tell you where I'm at. I am not at what you did 20 years ago. I'm at what you did in the last couple years and how you talk about it and how you say about it. You piece of, you tweeted that R. Kelly, that sex video, was one of the greatest celebrity videos you've ever watched. That video was with a 14-year-old. But you thought it was a great video. You tell on yourself constantly you're a weirdo. I don't care if nobody else checks you. I'ma check you. You're nasty and you're a weirdo.
Nigga
you
scared.
always want to talk on a podcast about taking advantage of women when they're unconscious. What type of dude are you?
Listen,
Why is that cool to you?
he's so powerful, y'all scared to confront him. It's like, y'all see, I don't got no views yet, so if y'all gonna cancel me, I don't give a fuck, cancel me then. Like, I don't care. That shit ain't cool. Y'all wanna hear some real shit from a real nigga, listen to me. Y'all don't gotta hear these weirdos no more.
Why is that cool as you stand next to that clown, that guy that doesn't care about our culture and continuously talk about raping women? You always use the word rape, how you raped your wife. You love to use that word, bro. You get mad at Kwame Brown for using it. You use it. You use the word. You don't think it's funny, my brother? I don't care about saying your name. Let me tell you something. I don't care about cease and desist. You know why? You want to send out cease and desist to people because you want the clarification of what you did said properly. The fact that you don't see that's bananas, I'm not
more
sure
proof
if it's
of a
the people
rapist.
around you or if you want to continue.
Fucking idiot.
Maybe you want to continue being who you
I'm
are.
gonna call you a rapist every time.
For
I'm gonna
some
label this
reason,
rapist.
your name is being said with a 15-year-old. I'm not sure why that's happening. You refer to your dudes. Every girl that has a problem, it's the dudes around you. The dudes are with the girls. My dudes. You say it's your dudes. I don't understand that part, bruh. That's the part that people aren't really grasping. That's why people keep hammering you. It's not for what you did 20 years ago. You can be sorry for that. You can.
No, you can't.
It's the way you're moving forward, bro. Let me tell you something.
It's the combination, motherfucker.
You said that
The way
the
you
R.
move
Kelly
now.
video is the greatest video
Make it
you've ever
believable
seen. You
then.
tweeted that? And you know how that came out? Because you had the nerve to go on an R. Kelly documentary to talk about a pedophile. You're a pedophile! You're a pedophile! You! Is it okay if R. Kelly is in the video with your kids?
Ooh.
Is it still a great video? You nasty.
Ooh.
Is that a good video? Is it? You don't have to answer. I'm going to tell you honestly, it's better you don't. You shouldn't. You should never ever answer this. You should always keep a cease and desist, and you should never ever talk about it. Because we already know what you are. You are one of them slimy, greasy dudes that used to be in our neighborhood that don't talk much, that like to put medication in women's drinks and get on top of them. That's you. We know what you are. I know what you are. I do not care if I ever say your name. I want you to know
Charlamagne.
that I know
I'm
what
saying
you are.
These are Rob's reactions. Charlamagne. We
Bruh.
are saying names over here,
You-
buddy. And you know what? I don't even like that name. Charlamagne. We gonna rename your weird ass.
You're nasty and you're disgusting. And you like to joke about it's the podcasting that takes me to a bad place. It's your joking about it that takes me to that place. And the other places nobody checks you. Nasty. I'm checking you. Nobody doesn't respect your accomplishments and what you do and what you stand for. You should have your opinion. You worked hard for it. Don't confuse popularity with doing whatever you feel you can do. You hear the emphasis in that mother's voice. You watched it. You know how I know you watching. You know everything that people are saying because you send out the cease and desist.
Oh.
Cease and desist means you're right. Maybe people shouldn't, and they shouldn't hurt your brand. And there's a part of that I see, and I agree with you. What makes you a creep, what makes you a nasty creep is you keep making jokes and how funny it is for a woman to get raped while she has drugs in her and not being able to remember. That's the part, you creep. You nasty creep. That's the part people are saying they can't stand about you. Nasty. I wish you got what happened to my daughter. Spit in your face. You talk about another man's family. With Kwame Brown. And guess what? I guess it's journalism. And I guess you should be able to say what you want to say. He calls you a rapist. You sent him a cease and desist. Guess what? Why don't we just call you contributing to the delinquency of a minor that's 15 years old? Does that feel better? Does that make you sleep better at night? Nasty! It does, right? Makes you feel better about yourself? Because guess what, my brother? No cease and desist will help your guilt. And ain't gonna make you sleep better at night. You just pulled the wool over more people's eyes. Congratulations to you. If that's what you want out of life, sir, you have won. And my brother, I know you get it a little extra hard because there's people who hate you. And there are a lot of things that are being said about you that aren't true. Because we're going to keep it 1,000. And I know situations happen. My brother, you sound like you cop to what you cop to, and you're paying your probation, whatever you're doing. It's none of my business. But the fact that you keep trying to normalize, that's the part taking everybody to a bad place, you nasty. You're so nasty. That's the part. You sit next to people. You sit with academics. You sit with that nasty guy with you on your podcast that doesn't care about our culture, and you just laugh about chicks getting raped. Because as he's laughing, I'd like to punch him in his face.